team. He doesn't make a
No.
team win.
He's an ensemble cast member.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the bullshit. We're beating the Timberwolves, the
Yeah.
Rockets, and they
Yeah.
just won a game.
I'm not even going to watch the Rockets game. I'm going to do something else. You know,
Is it
who
a
else?
dub?
Yeah, of course. Who else do we got?
Hornets on Thursday,
Yeah,
back to back,
dub.
second of a back to back. The Hornets trying to make the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I mean, without LaMelo, though, I
They've
don't
got
see
no
how they
shot.
keep up with us.
They have no shot without LaMelo.
Yeah.
No, but they've got a couple of pieces that I really like. I like Malik. He's just a super athlete.
Yeah, and they got the other kid, Graham,
Yeah.
who had a big year last year. Give them credit. They're having a good year, but you look at the Eastern Conference standings after the top three, it's just showing you this is not a normal year. You've got like some weird teams and they're having good years. Like, kudos to the Knicks. They're having a good year. I'm not so sure they'll duplicate this next year unless they, make some other moves.
That team is kind of built on popsicle sticks because it's not like they have a good young guy. Like they're
Dude, you're sleeping on Barrett a little bit. Like, I don't know that he's ever going to be like a perennial all-star, but I think he could certainly be the D'Angelo Russell stratosphere.
Oh yeah. I mean, but you can't win with
no, but it's a
like
start,
you have to have come away from the draft with at least one Ja Morant.
The Knicks need to sign.
You can't suck for 7 years and not come out of the draft with at least one Ja Morant.
I guess, but they need to get their two max guys before they have to pay him. You know what I mean? Like he's the guy you pay when you're already over the cap with your bird rights.
No, and the other dude, Julius Randle, is the guy you trade as soon as possible.
Right.
Like, I mean, not in the middle of the season, but if you could get something for him,
or your third star comes with a Randall Barrett package that goes somewhere else.
Right.
That's their path.
Yeah, no, but it's kind of like the Rockets team. Like they have a bad owner. The owner is shit. He's meddling in all of this. I think the James Harden story is more complicated than he just wanted to leave. And because
he sees that the owner's losing money. Mm-hmm. He's not an idiot. Jason Kidd saw, when his era was over, he said, hey, we're not going to get over the top here. We got close.
Right.
It's over. The players are not dumb. I've been on basketball teams before where I'm like, yo, we're good. And I've been on teams where I'm like, we're going to go 500 this year. Like, our conference is too strong.
Right.
You're not an idiot. You can see in layup lines sometimes. Like
you show up at the game and
they're
go,
fucking
whoa,
banging the rim and screaming already. We're in for one tonight.
All right, so Rockets, dub or no?
Dub.
Hornets, dub or no?
Dub.
Bulls.
That's
now,
on Easter Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's on the Easter Sunday. I think the Hornets is a loss. Wait, let me take back my Hornets pick because I think they're going to rest Kyrie and they're going to surprise us. That might be if there's
that's possible because it's the back-to-back. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
we'll still be 6-point favorites though. And then Sunday, no disrespect to anybody who celebrates Easter, I don't, but I will be hoping that my Jesus rises and returns, and that's Kevin Durant. I mean, we're hearing some rumors that it may happen. I'd love to see him back within the next week. We got to start getting our rotation set, get our guy back, and let's start gearing up because, bro, the weather's getting warm.
Yep.
Normally the playoffs will be right around the corner, and we got to start making that push. And hey, this is all this is. It's just a practice for the final exam.
Hells yeah, man! It's gonna be a good week. This next 6 games, not to go too past into a week that we'll be talking about, but we might have different feelings. But I'd love to see him show up at the Garden. Oh no, this is a Barkley game. This is a Barkley Center game with the Knicks this time. But I just would love to see him just destroy them, and I'd love to see him take out the Bulls too because they think they did something with their trade deadline.
Yep. And before we go, we're gonna get Bruce next Saturday. I spoke to him yesterday. Was trying to get him on today, but he couldn't do it. He said next Saturday he'll be free. He said he wants to expose the two of us. So we're gonna welcome on. We're gonna welcome him on to do that.
Yo, and all the Nets fans that's kind of DM'd me and let me know that they're gonna come. We're gonna bring you guys on. We just don't want to bring people on. Like, we're trying to stretch this season out, and there's no controversy. There's not like
we got to get Steve
radio
on at some point.
Oh, he's gonna be good too.
Yeah, we got to get him on.
Nah, man, we're gonna get people on. We're gonna do this as because we're doing this together with you guys. There's no difference between us and everybody else, but we're trying to figure out what our podcast is and develop this thing, and as well find good moments and good things to talk about, and that's not just me and Bam giving Sean Marks a hand job on everyone.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I earlier in the year, I would listen on my way to work a Nets podcast after every game.
Yep.
At this point now, like, there's not much to hear and analyze after each game. Exactly. So I've been more like Giants and NFL draft shit.
Yeah.
Recently. So we'll see.
How you
feel
about your Giants, man?
I love I think the coach is the right guy, and I think he's going to change the tenure. He just feels like a Giants head coach. I think they're headed towards 500 this year, possibly, depending on how the schedule lines up and health. It could be a playoff team this year. It's really about Daniel Jones, but we need another offensive lineman too in the draft. So we'll see. We'll see what they do.
I think they need another weapon. I think Daniel Jones' talent is not enough to.
I don't believe in Jones at all.
I think they have to surround him with just. I think they got to get If Waddle falls to them, they have to stop doing this nonsense. They have to take the kid. The Giants are known for when the Giants win, they have one elite pass rushing, and then they always have a hell of a wide receiver core when they win it all. It's what we've had in the past few years without Odell has been ridiculous. I think they have to go get
to me, if they were going offensive skill in the first round, I would prefer to be the kid Pitts, just because he provides a different dynamic. And I think you can always find wide receivers. It's becoming like the running back position. There's no shortage of 6-foot guys that can run fast as shit. But this is a Nets podcast. The Giants are trash right now. It's all about the Nets, and we got to get to Barclays, man, the playoffs. Let's go. There's no reason we're not putting 4,000, 5,000 fans in there right now.
Yo, it's coming, man.
It should be already be done. It can easily be done safely.
Brooklyn, we are the Front Office Pod. This has been Brooklyn Nets Weekly. I'm at Eve Darbouz. This is at Pass First 11. We just did the thing, Bam. Are we still winning a championship?
Championships.
Talk next week, man. Let's do it.
Later.